Plaintiff Felicia Peterson was addicted to crack for more than 20 years, but she's been sober for 5 months. Felicia claims her sister, the defendant, was there for her during her addiction and her recovery, but she's suing her today for unpaid loans. Defendant Jen Ware says when Felicia was deep in her addiction, she not only stole Jen's rent money, but she also stole her food stamp card, leaving her and her children without food. Jen claims Felicia is suing her for more than she owes.
Start with you.
Hi, my name is Felicia Peterson. I originally from Chicago, Illinois. I grew up in the projects. You may have heard of them, Cabrini Green. I have been very close with my sister, the one who I'm suing today. I've had my bouts with drug addiction. I am the 4th child out of the family and the only one who've had issues with drug addiction. I got addicted to crack. I've been in and out of treatment and using for more than 20 years. I've been clean since January.
You got any brothers, you're saying?
I have one brother.
Did he get in trouble?
No, sir. Nobody got in gangs or in trouble.
Good. Cabrini Green, one of the toughest in the nation. Good.
Yes.
Applause to your mother. Was your father in the house?
No.
No father, just your
No.
mom. Good. Okay.
My addiction has caused me to lose custody of my children twice. It's caused me to ruin relationships with my family, my loved ones. Through the amazing grace of God, I've been able to regain all of that back and regain their trust. Again, as I say, I've been clean since January of this year. We had an issue where my mom went into the hospital about...
Let me say first that you certainly sound like someone in recovery. These are the type of things that people say. A lot of folks come in here and say they're in recovery and they still lying. They're still scheming.
Yeah.
They don't believe that they've done anyone wrong.
Right.
Their attention is all focused on them. And that's fine. You're supposed to be focusing on getting yourself clean. But also, when your mind is clean, you recognize what you've done to people and you try and change things. So I'm proud that you are that type of person in recovery. And I'm sure you'll do well as long as you stay on your program and go to NA meetings. That's what I tell people. If I don't hear about NA meetings 3-4 times a week, you're going to relapse. That's my opinion. Go ahead, though. That's good to know all that. And what else you want me to know about you and your sister's relationship?
And my sister, we have been a really close-knit family. We do almost everything together. We spend a lot of time.
You just said don't nobody else get high.
We don't get high together.
Almost.
I'm the only one in the family who's ever used drugs. They've been very supportive through my addiction and through my recovery.
Good. Even through your addiction?
Yes. Yes. That's what helped me come out.
Okay. All right.
I got sober in 2008.
Right. You told me. 18, January.
No, 2008. I was clean for 10 years. And then when I lost my mom and I received a settlement, I used again, which was in 2017.
Certainly sound like someone in recovery. These are the type of things that people say. A lot of folks come in here and say they're in recovery and they still lying. They're still scheming.
Yeah.
They don't believe that they've done anyone wrong. But also, when your mind is clean, you recognize what you've done to people.
Plaintiff Felicia Peterson is suing her sister, who claims Felicia stole from her to support her drug addiction.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
Okay, this is my oldest sister. She practically raised us in the projects. So me and my sister, we was very close. But in our 20s, I noticed a change in her. She hanging around other people that wasn't good for her. Her drug addiction, when I was living on my own, she came to my home to visit. She stole my rent money, which other sisters had to help me pay my rent. This was when my children was younger. I stayed with her years later, just for a short period of time, and she stolen my food stamp card, rendering me and my children hungry, and we had to go to pantries to get food. And I still loved her through everything, her good, her bad, and her ugly. And I still love my sister. I always look up to her, no matter what, because that's my sister, and that's how we was raised.
And you were able to forgive her?
Yes. through everything.
That's my biggest challenge to my Christianity, is my inability to forgive. I pray for it and I hope it happens, but I've had people to do me just like you've been done, and others to betray me in other ways, and it's hard for me to forgive. It's hard for me to do it. I still resent them, don't want to be around them.
But this is my sister, and I always want to be around her.
And this person is closest to me as your sister. So give her some tissue. Okay. So you're a bigger woman than I am a man. That's my point. And I sit up here pontificating, which means talking all big and intelligent and all that, trying to talk big. Well, can't be big and small at the same time. So quite frankly, until I learn to forgive, I'm small. Sit up here all I want, but I'm small until I learn how to forgive. You're bigger than me. All right. And how does she owe you?
Well, Judge, we were awarded a settlement in 2017, over $300,000 each. She asked me for a loan of $1,000 in July of 2018.
When did the money come through?
2017.
I didn't give you all this praise. I definitely hope you ain't smoked up your money hanging around her.
No.
Back in the day. Not now. Back in the day. She never...
None. Not even drink,
Not
nothing.
back in the day?
Nothing.
All right, good. Thank God.
Yes.
All right. So what do you say to this, ma'am? She said you had to borrow within a couple months of receiving $300,000.
Within a year. And I didn't call her and borrow the money.
Several months.
Yes.
Instead of few.
Yes.
Few mean 3, several mean anything over 5. All right. So 6 months later.
All right. Okay, 6 months later. I made bad investments, loaning people money that I shouldn't have loaned money to, that haven't paid me back. So, no, I did not call her and ask her to borrow the money. My daughter was getting married, and she sent the text to my 3 sisters via Facebook. And that's how she found out that I needed help with my daughter's wedding. And that's how the loans came about.
How much did you pay for your daughter's wedding, if you don't mind asking?
About $5,000. And some of it was, over half of it was...
You're going to have to, at the end of this case, you're going to have to give me a list of what you spent $300,000 on in 6 months, else you're going into rehab. I want a list, though, seriously. I don't know if I'm going to send you. I may test you.
You can.
We can drug test you?
Yes, sir.
All right, I want a list and a drug test out of you. Ain't nowhere in the world you spend $300,000 in 6 months, ma'am. Do you have a luxury car? Maybe you bought you a Rolls Royce?
No, not a Rolls Royce.
What'd you get?
I got a 2017 GMC Arcadia.
That's $40,000?
Yeah.
50?
Yes.
So we're down another $250. Living expenses, I hope it doesn't cost you any more in 6 months, $50,000. So we're at $100.
Mm-hmm. I gave money to my daughter to buy her a home.
Oh, okay, there you go. How much? Trying to add, we can add it up now. I said wait until after the case, but I got to know now. How much you give your daughter for her home?
About $8,000.
All right, now that's a good investment, and I respect you for that. At the end of this case, you're gonna have to give me a list of what you spent $300,000 on in 6 months.
I gave money to my daughter to buy her a home.
Oh, okay, there you go. How much? Trying to add, we can add it up now. I said wait until after the case, but I got to know now.
Plaintiff Felicia Peterson is suing her sister, who claims Felicia stole from her to support her drug addiction.
But the loan payments have been what?
The payments has been $200 every week, which that wasn't the agreement in the beginning. She asked me, how can I pay her back? I told her $250 a month, okay, because I do have a day job. And
okay, let's see the list of payments. And what is your defense?
My defense is I was paying her on time up until January. I gave her one payment in January, and that was in cash. of December,
Let's see it,
January
please.
of this year.
Thank you.
And that was the beginning of January. The following week after that, I was in a car accident, totaling my car, rendering me
What's the total amount you believe you have paid back?
$3,815.
And what was the total loan again?
$6,000.
Get you have your calculator. 6,000 minus 3815, if true, would be how much?
2185.
No.
So there's a 2,180. That's what I'm saying. You loaned her 6,000.
Yes, sir.
She paid back how much?
She's paid back $2,920 total.
All right, that's your
Yes.
calculation. She says she's paid back 38, meaning she would owe 2,185. All right, how do I know who's telling the truth? You admit she loaned you money. It's your burden to prove that you have paid her back the amount you say.
I have the my Zelle payment.
Does it add up to
Yes.
$3,815?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what you're about to show me adds up to that you sent to her. People think I can't read fast enough when I'm up here. Felicia Peterson, 200. Don't see what the other one's. Jamie. Felicia Peterson, 200. 330, 200. $200, another $200, another $200, another $200, $8, $200, $200, $212, $500.
2850.
Just like she said, or nearby. Judgment for the plaintiff. You told me you were going to show me something. 3815. It comes to
2850.
Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
She's still my sister, and I'm gonna love her through it.
I just feel really bad that my own sister would stand before a whole courtroom and lie. This is our other sister who can testify. She's a witness to both of our characters. She's our oldest sister. I've always tried to love her. I even tried to reach out to her yesterday. She's sending me nothing but anger. I don't know why.
Anger.
She borrowed my
you
money.
sent me
Excuse
text messages.
Well, I'm done with that.